Jackson police wouldn't tell us why F-Series pickup trucks are the trucks that crooks are targeting, or tell us how the crooks are getting into the trucks. The police say they don't want to give anyone else any ideas.
The hardship has been immense.
The hardest things to do is really kind of coordinate with the kids and keeping them in order and discipline and everything.
I made me win. I'm the best. That's why I won.
Turned out that I like it more than I thought I would.
Always somebody out there that needs more.
I'm just fortunate that he's alive. Just don't know what. It was just God. That's the only thing I can say was God.
Here from Vicksburg, Mississippi, here at Liberty Park, having a great old time at Jamboree. Yeah!
Right now we're having a blast. I mean, it's awesome. My first time ever doing this right here. I just joined not too long ago, so I could spend more time with my brothers, and turned out that I like it more than I thought I would.
We're just trying to show people what scouting is about and what we do in scouts. Just trying to show people that we actually eat pretty good out in the woods. It's a cast iron Dutch oven. We use charcoal underneath it and on top of it. And we can control the temperature inside the oven just like you can at home with your knob. We just do it with how many pieces of charcoal we use.
We're doing tin can cooking, and basically we just take a big coffee can here and we cut some slits in it and make little doors, and you can put a burner or charcoal inside of there and use it like a skillet and cook something on top. And we also have a little oven here that we're working on, and I'm trying to cook a biscuit in there right now. But it's basically the same concept. You just take some old tin cans and you can make all kinds of stuff out of them. You've got a little tray in there with some wire rack holders and things, and the coals and the biscuits cooking.
All right, now how tough is it to actually climb that rock wall?
Not really tough. Cord actually pulls you up a little
When you get to where there's no rocks for you to grab, it kind of gets tough right then.
They're doing pretty good things for these Boy Scouts, letting them see military life, if they would enjoy it or what they would like to do. Give them a lot of stuff to try out and look at. Being positive for them pretty much.
Come out and enjoy the fun in Madison for the 100th anniversary of Boy Scouts. Baden Powell started in 1910.
It is kind of hard to shop for these little girls. I've got 3 kids of my own, and I really want to see all the other kids get something for Christmas too. Ones that ain't got none.
Yeah, I am a recipient of getting assistance, but I came over here to the Angel Tree to give back to all of the little kids because there's always somebody out there that needs more. There's a lot of kids out there that doesn't have, a lot of toys or the things that they want for Christmas. So by, Angel Tree being here, it's made a big difference.
It's fun, it is. It's a lot of hard work, but at the end of the day, the feeling that you get from this is good.
They need volunteers all year long, but especially right now, we're down to the crunch. We really need people to come in and help here with the toy shop. It's a lot of fun. You meet some great people, and it just takes a little bit of your time, an hour, 4 hours, whatever you can do. Please come in and pitch in and give back a little bit. It'll put a lot of Christmas spirit in your heart.
It really helps out a lot of people, more than one way. A lot of people don't understand it, but the people that get stuff from this kind of thing do.
I want to influence everybody to come out because we need a lot of help here. And, it's a lot of kids at home. They're waiting, There's a Santa Claus in their heart, but, I want to influence everybody to come out.
This is a fun, lighthearted contest, kind of gets everybody involved.
My name is Stephen Epps, and I won the shortest legs at the State Fair in Mississippi 2010.
I got hairiest legs here. I've been training for this for about 23 years now. I just like to thank God for this victory, because without him, I wouldn't have such hairy legs.
It was awesome. Got to show my skinny legs off.
Number 1, baby! Yeah! Legs right here.
Winner, I'm the champion. Best legs right here. Best legs, by far, right here. I made me win. I'm the best. That's why I won, because I got the best legs. I'm gonna be here next year. Everybody come out, I'll be here next year, doing it again.
Thanks to all our competitors for coming out and joining us today.
For more than an hour, a rescue crew tore into a brick chimney to save a teenage boy trapped inside. Neighbors crowded around to watch.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. I'd hate to know that it was my child in there.
After nearly 3 hours, firemen pulled the boy out and checked him for broken bones. Neighbors say the boy was trying to get his backpack out of the chimney because his brother threw it in there. Firefighters and police couldn't confirm that and said they didn't know why he was in the chimney.
I'm just fortunate that he's alive.
Clifton, Washington lives 10 houses down and is the neighbor who called 911. Around 8 Thursday morning, he and his wife heard someone screaming for help. He hesitated to get involved, but eventually drove around until he and his wife found the home where the screams were coming from.
I just don't know what, it was just God. That's the only thing I can say was God. Because normally I wouldn't have got involved, I wouldn't have saw anything.
This is all that's left of that chimney. Rescuers tell us the boy only had minor scrapes and bruises, but if it wasn't for that neighbor following his instincts, it could have been much worse. Reporting from North Jackson, Catherine Kite, 16 WAPT News.
It works.
The water is running again at Genesis Christian Mission on Hiawatha Street.
During the night, I heard trucks working, so I got up and went outside, and thank God there were some wonderful men out there working, and you guys were standing guard.
Crews with Jackson Public Works worked underground overnight to find the problem in the water pipe in the neighborhood near Battlefield Park. People who live here spent 3 days without running water.
I know the hardship has been immense.
Genesis serves as a shelter, food bank, and soup kitchen to people in need, and it is home to Gatlin.
We've been sending them to other parts of the city and other counties to take baths, and with our friends, and of course we've been heating water on the stove and using that to take a bath if we got right down to an emergency.
Running water could be restored to more homes as crews from areas outside Jackson pitch in. We found this crew from Ridgeland working on Alta Vista near Jackson State. More hands on deck to bring the water crisis to an end. Reporting in Jackson, Megan West, 16 WAPT News. If you think parallel parking a car is tough, try it with a 40-foot school bus. Parking is just one of the challenges for drivers in the statewide school bus rodeo. 17 of the best drivers from across the state are competing to be the champion behind the wheel.
But I've been doing it for 20 years.
Jerry Brown from Grenada was the first driver up today. It's the second time he's been selected to compete in the state competition.
You got to have a heart for kids, love kids.
Law enforcement officers judge as drivers like Jerry navigate makeshift alleyways and railroad crossings. But Jerry says the hardest part of being a bus driver isn't tested on this course.
The hardest things to do is really kind of coordinate with the kids and keeping them in order and discipline and everything, and they're trying to maintain, focus on the highway and everything and the road.
Richard Williams has coordinated the competition for 15 years.
These drivers have the opportunity to show off their skills, what they do every day, as well as get a chance to meet and greet and talk with each other.
The competition is fun, but these are skills drivers take seriously. Last year, a 5-year-old from Laurel was run over by a car trying to pass his school bus as he was getting off. That story is a reminder to these drivers there's always danger on the road for the children they carry.
And they're your responsibility, while they're on that bus, they're under your watch care.
Now the winner here will get to drive their bus to the national competition in St. Louis. They'll get an all-expense-paid trip and the opportunity to compete for a $4,000 cash prize. Reporting in Jackson, Megan West, 16 WAPT News.
Wayne Kirk put his friends to work Tuesday morning, removing the furniture that could be salvaged from his home.
You just don't know how grateful you are until something like this happens. Everybody just pitches in and comes right in here and helps.
Kirk hid in the bathroom of his house while the twister raged outside.
It sounded like a jet airplane or something coming through the house. Then all of a sudden the tree fell, crashing, and I just knew I was gone.
Kirk made it out fine, but the dream house he called Wayne's World did not. A tree crushed his bedroom, the whole back of the house.
I built this out of my own hands. This is my own design and everything, and I built it. And been living here 10 years, and looks like I'm fixing to have to start over again.
Kirk's insurance provider told him he thought the house was a total loss, but Kirk has to pay to remove the tree before they can make an official assessment and pay his claim. He's not wasting time.
And I got a tree company coming right now to get the tree out.
3 of the largest insurance providers in Mississippi set up shop in the parking lot of this Yazoo City shopping center, sort of a one-stop shop for men and women who've lost their homes and businesses.
Still, many families will wait weeks for checks from their insurance companies.
It's like everything else in our society, and unfortunately, it does take a little bit of time, yeah.
Compared to the rest of their neighborhood, the Sims family home suffered only minor damage, but it will still cost about $10,000 to fix. They're paying for repairs out of pocket and hope to be reimbursed by their insurance company.
Tough, but by the grace of God, we can make it.
Neighbors on a long, expensive road to recovery. Reporting in Yazoo City, Megan West, 16 WAPT News.
You are about to see a car burglary. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning outside of a Jackson hotel. A man drives up in a dark-colored car and parks next to a silver F-Series truck. Within moments, the man is kneeling next to the truck's door. Seconds later, the door is open. As you can see, he grabs what he can, closes the truck door, and drives off. All this as people walk out of the hotel. Police say the man stole a GPS and other electronics. They tell us thieves are targeting Ford F-Series trucks like this one all over the country.
When officers are patrolling, we look for broken glass, doors ajar, that kind of stuff. They're getting in without breaking windows.
Jackson police wouldn't tell us why F-Series pickup trucks are the trucks that crooks are targeting, or tell us how the crooks are getting into the trucks. The police say they don't want to give anyone else any ideas. At the Ridgeland versus Provine football game, we saw a lot of F-Series trucks, including this one. The driver not only left a GPS attached to the windshield, but a set of keys were hanging from the steering wheel, all in plain view. Both things Officer Joseph Daughtry says could attract thieves.
And we just want the public to be aware, but don't create or give them the opportunity to break into your vehicle by leaving valuables out in the front.
Daughtry says take all valuables out of your car, park in well-lit places, and report any suspicious activity.
They have security right here all the time, though.
W.C. Usher brought his new Ford F-150 5 months ago. He had one for 6 years before this one.
No, ain't nobody near food with it.
Usher hopes it stays that way. As for this break-in, the crook is still on the loose, but JPD says he won't get away. Reporting in Jackson, Joseph Pleasant, 16 WAPT.